Hello, I'm going to be doing a intro slash kind of some simple troubleshooting for the Chromebook, particularly the Chromebook by HP, the Chromebook 11, um, which our local school district just got a bunch for people, I believe, in the fourth grade and above. Anyone third grade or below got iPads for the online schooling. So in case you got something similar, hope online schooling is going well for you. But just as our school just started last week. This is the first full week, I think. This is the second week, actually, first full week. We started before Labor Day, a few days, and then Monday we have off. So, anyways, thought make this video as I kind of looked around the Chromebook. I'm familiar with PCs, and so I've never really played around with this simple small computer, and so there's no CD drive. It's just Wi-Fi. There's no Ethernet spot to hook up to the internet. It's mainly just for if you want to have a small, computer. It's about 1.5 hands wide, or one hand, deep or thick. It's about not even a thumb's worth thick. So if you just want something to bring around in your backpack or something, or out camping or whatever for word processing, or if you want something to be able to Zoom or Skype with people, it's kind of neat. Anyway, so you might see a laptop here might come with a case and a charger. Probably comes with a charger. You'll have maybe some things on for like your student's name and the school district and stuff. Obviously don't peel those off. But so one thing I did notice is the speakers are located right here on the bottom, and so right there is, if you see right here, there's these little 4 rubber spots here. So the speakers are right here, so they don't get super loud. I'll show you how to plug in the speakers into here. I definitely recommend speakers. If you go on this side, there's a spot here, so if you don't like the tiny, I believe 11-inch screen, you can hook it up to a 24, 27, or even your TV. And the screen won't work on here. It'll be plugged, so this screen will be blank, but your TV or computer monitor will be showing it. You just would use this keyboard and mouse in here to control everything. So it has this charging port, HDMI. Yeah, HDMI port, yeah. I know what I just said, but HDMI. There is a USB port here, port for your camera. And then here's the, zoom in, is the headphone. See, there's like a computer headset. So this is a headphone and a microphone input. So you can, if you have one that has both, you can plug them into here. Otherwise, you could plug in your headphones and then a USB mic into here. And then on the other side, there is another spot too. So if you have a flash drive on one side, you can put another mouse on here. And then here's a little lock too. So you might mainly see this if you get this at Best Buy. The demo will be locked. So now we open it up. Oops. Here we go. I'll give you a little bit of the keyboard. So just in case you're unfamiliar, there's this. Oh, there we go. Perfect. So it already is on. It's right here. This is the mic. So a lot of kids have soft voices, and so you may need to have them yell or at least speak closer to here. This dot right here would be, is it blue or red? It's blue, right? Yeah, blue. When the webcam's working, and this is the webcam. So you can cover this right here, but just so you know what these 3 things are. And the keyboard's regular keyboard. They have escape, left and right, I believe, for like different pages. I think an refresh or undo button. This one makes this full screen. This one makes it so you have multiple projects. You can see multiple programs. Dimmer, so it should be nice. And then brightness, and so if you're working during the day, at sunrise, or if you're at night, you can dim it down. Volume and the power button. And so this is the mouse too. And so one thing about the mouse, if you didn't know, is that with these kind of touch pads, I'm using my left hand, but one finger is like a left mouse, so it doesn't matter. So even if you go like right here, see if you show on the screen, so if you click here versus even if you click the left mouse, there's no like left or right mouse. So it doesn't matter where you click on here. If you use one finger, it's going to be as if you're clicking left. Versus some computers will have, if you click over here on the right, it'll be right. Versus this one is you need 2 fingers to click and then be a right mouse button. And in case you're also too, if you have multiple programs going, like multiple tabs, you can use 3 fingers and switch between the different tabs. It's kind of neat. So I mean, you're, yeah. So I mean, so you can utilize that, or you can teach your kid that. They probably already know this already, so at least now you can catch up to them. Our Chromebook, when we got it, came with Chrome, obviously, Gmail, obviously, Google Docs, obviously, and then YouTube.
Obviously.
Which, obviously, well, yeah, because it's owned by Google now. But so yeah, but it does come. Ours comes out with YouTube. Fully functioning, not like the school version, but like actual, YouTube. Once it loads, actual YouTube. So there's best indie folk, best of swing jazz, Will Smith's chill beats to quarantine to, positive jazz, DIY. We haven't used it yet, so it's just completely random. Anyway, so it's full on YouTube, and so definitely, just so you're aware. So I mean, do with it as you wish. But anyway, so this is how. So typically with a PC, you have like your start menu here, then you can put stuff down here. This is trying to mimic like a MacBook, if you're familiar with it. So with the MacBook, they have everything's kind of down here. It's a little bit more of an artsy, kind of a less. The PC and Microsoft Windows is boxes within boxes. That's its main kind of thing. If you could, boil it down to its most basic thing, it's just there's like boxes within boxes or files within files. So you go to a file, to go to another file, to go to another file. This one is trying to mimic the MacBook as being more kind of free flowy. You can almost kind of think of someone dancing in a field. It's kind of more of how a MacBook kind of works. If that doesn't make any sense, then that's okay. Your kid might know more. By the way, so as you see, this background is going to be different than the default one. So if you want to change your background or anything about the home screen, you use 2 fingers, right click, you can auto hide the shelf, which means if you have programs, it goes away. So you hover down and it'll go up. Versus, it's kind of tricky to do that. So you turn that on and off. The shelf position can either be on the left, like in some PCs, on the bottom, or on the right, if you prefer that. So yeah, whatever you prefer. I'm more to the bottom. And then you can set the wallpaper here. So there's only 3 options. You can set the wallpaper here. As far as I know, you can't put like desktop icons. This is just mainly just the desktop is very simplified. And so ours, in case you want the dog one, is if you go to Art, you scroll down a little bit. You use 2 fingers to scroll down to a page. 1 finger will move the mouse. If you want to scroll, you can use 2. There's no slidey function here, so it relies upon a number of fingers. If you use 2, you can scroll up and down. It'd be right here. By the way, they have tons of options: cityscapes, landscapes, there's leisure, illustrations, just solid colors. So if they really like a particular color, you can do that. Or you can find images on the internet and use that here too. Typically, in school, this is usually frowned upon, but since you're at home, I recommend customizing it. I mean, you can probably get a Chromebook cover too. Yeah, I think they exist, like little simple covers, and so they have their own, so it feels like their own Chromebook, their own spot in the house, wherever it is, if it's in a room or anywhere. Definitely recommend customizing it. I'll show you some other options too in a little bit, but with I won't show you Gmail because then my kid's email will go up, but Gmail functions the same. But at least with documents, it's just basically like regular documents. But one thing, before I do that, is so here's the launcher. So this is kind of like this kind of your startish menu. If you go to here, so your recent programs, so your wallpaper, your documents, calculator. You can search your device for different things too. Is that? But one thing, let's say you want to, since we're on the desktop, want to install speakers. So there's these little tiny Sony ones we have. So when you install them, you would make sure you have the left and right, and you plug it in. But when you install it, you'll know. Everyone, turn it on. So when you plug it in, let's see if it'll show up. Oops. When you plug it in, typically a little thing will pop up, and you'll see. Let's try that again. Just want to make sure you unplug your speakers. So like this. Turn it on. You'll sometimes see a thing pop up on the side here with like a headset. So you go over to here, and this is where So you click over here. This tells you your battery level, how much is estimated amount of time. So 5 hours left on 35%. The date, and then the type of keyboard, and then the Wi-Fi. So you click on here, and you can do Bluetooth, the Wi-Fi, notifications, change your keyboard if you want. Nightlight, I recommend turning on. It kind of makes it more of a warmer color, easier on the eyes. But here's where you can do the volume, toggle the volume in different settings. But here, you click on this, and this is where you can set the headphones. Oh, I see. It automatically goes to headphones, so I must already do that. So when you plug in something, at first you may get right here. You have mic jack and headphones. So right now, like if you're on Zoom, like my kid uses, like his mic wasn't working, and so I had to go in here and I had to select microphone internal, so then it would go off of this. Because right now when you plug something in, it detects that it thinks there's a microphone. So that's one thing too. Is when you first plug it in, do that. And then right now you can choose, speaker or the headphone. When it says headphone, it's just the headphone jack. And so even if you have speakers, not headphones, it'll still work. So you just gotta make sure that you gotta go up. There you go, right there. So yeah, it's a headphone right there. So once you got that set, you're good. And always again, make sure to turn off your speakers before unplugging them. Good. So the regular speakers again aren't usually you're gonna be on max volume, and it's still not gonna be loud enough. So I recommend external speakers, especially if you have a quiet teacher. Anyways, another thing too to recommend besides speakers, how to use the speakers, the problem you might come up with, and also to night light mode is dark mode. So you go to here, you notice it's really black. So when you go to, you can go up here to this puzzle piece, go to extensions. I have dark reader, so you just go to, just type in on Google, or if you want DuckDuckGo too. If you want to change your search engine, go up to the bar, 2 fingers to right click, edit search engines, and if you don't want to be tracked by Google, you can hit DuckDuckGo, just for ease of mind. So we'll do DuckDuckGo search engine. So this one will act as a search engine now. That's this new thing now is when you just go up here, it's like part search engine, part web page. So you don't have to always go to www.google or DuckDuckGo. You just type into here. So we type in Google Chrome extensions. You can get to a spot to choose your extensions. And so extensions are similar to if you use Firefox. They're just kind of add-ons. So you can do, there's like a Bitmoji one. You can want to do Grammarly, so whenever you type, it'll grammar whatever it. Netflix Party, yeah, correct it, yeah. There's Google Hangouts. You can do little add-ons. So one thing too is you can also do Tabby Cat. So there's different ones. I don't know. Speed test, kind of neat. All sorts of stuff. You can look at Giphy, Battle Tabs, Rubik's Cube. You can do all sorts of stuff. You go to here, search the store, type in dark mode. And what it does, it turns you can do dark theme or dark mode, all sorts of stuff here, play around with it. I have, the one I have is a dark reader. It's the one I also use on my PC as well. You can adjust it so you can make it more black and white, more. If you want to make it sepia, you can adjust the intensity. You can do it. You can adjust kind of what you want, dark, a lot more in depth. And so basically, it makes it so. Typically, like the backgrounds of pages, like, not every page, but if you go to, like, let's say we'll go to YouTube on here. Well, YouTube has its own dark mode. We go to, I don't know, typing.com if that exists. Actually, here, hold on, that actually exists. I don't want to reveal any information. So we'll go to ReadWorks. We haven't done anything with that yet. So if we go to readworks.org, so obviously it's Wi-Fi. The background will be black, and just easier on the eyes. One thing I like about that is with the dark reader is also too, if you go to Google Docs and do a document form, this is going to be black too. If you do a blank document, which I really like, I wish I would have known this in college actually, is that also too, obviously, if your kid's in 4th grade, end of elementary school, middle school, they're not going to be doing like term papers like in college, but still easier on the eyes if they had to do like one assignment was they had to do a haiku and send it to the teacher, and so you can do, type, I can, type here. Here we go. So it's going to be black background with white text, and so it's going to be really nice, easy on the eyes. Also too, save battery too, because white backgrounds, you keep in mind, white backgrounds eat up more energy, and so black backgrounds will make it so the battery will last longer too, and so you won't have to charge as much. Increase your battery life, easier on your kids' eyes, and yeah, so it's like a double plus. So that's one thing too. Definitely recommend the black background for that. And as you notice here, there's a kitty cat. When you type in Google Chrome extensions, you can also do themes. And so one thing I recommend too is, the background is on Google Chrome. You can go and choose different themes, and so that will change the colors. And so right here, it's so you'll change the colors of your tab you're on, change the colors of tabs you're not on, the font here, and also too when you go to like your basic home page, it'll change the background. So this is a cat. So let's do one. Let's go to themes. You could do there's ones if you just want black and white, just black, slate, marsala, seafoam. There's other ones too if you want. So the dark theme is really popular. So you can, if you wanted, if your kid doesn't want just black, they can do galaxy or something else. And so basically, or even this too. So let's do. Which one should we do? Enchanting places. The dark one. Okay. Well, how about just for now? We'll just do. Let's say you want. There we go. This is the dark and black theme. So we'll do galaxy just to test it out. So you go to add. So if you like this one, kind of gives you a preview of it. So add to Chrome, you click that, and then you go to this, and you wait a little bit, and watch this. Ooh, awesome! So if you notice, but this changed. So we go to this, is the galaxy background. It's not the full picture, but you can see that it's kind of cool because like the tab you're on is a little bit darker, the ones are a little bit lighter, but I still like the galaxy background. So you can, here's the old one. Is that? So you can, but some of them. You can preview what it is too in a web page. So if you want to do like Earth and space, you can see this one looks like it has just the picture. You can do other ones like let's try this one, unknown space. So okay, so we'll just try this one. And this one should automatically change it. There we go. So this one changes. So this one is just here, but this is still up here, still light gray up here for the different tabs. And some of them will have it like this one will be red, this will be black, or vice versa. So you know which tab you're on, stuff like that. So you can kind of play around. So one thing too is you can do themes. So I'll show you one in particular. Is if you go to type in Venom, this is a Venom theme we found. So we do. This one?
It's the Marvel Venom.
This one? Okay. Marvel Venom. So this one, add to Chrome. This is the one that's pretty, has a lot of like diverse color schemes. It's the right one. There we go, perfect. So you see right here, this one is like a green. And then if you go to a new tab, the tab you're on is green. This one is white. But all these in your, what's these called? The, I think bookmarks. Up here are red, so I like the diversity of colors. And then if you're into this, there's this background here too. So, but it makes it cool, makes it more customized, and it's easier to see too. While also keeping the dark black theme too. So you can get a zoom in on up here. There you go. See, so yeah, the different colored fonts and stuff. No, not too close. Maybe like right over here. There you go. So there you go. So yeah, see, there's this one's like I don't know, greenish, and this one's kind of like a speckled background, so easy to see. I like that because you can see where less like a bit confused where so But yeah, so those are some different kind of ideas for the Chromebook to help customize it, and some different, like the speakers and everything to help troubleshoot it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment or message on YouTube about it. Definitely, interested in this. I've always been skeptical of, when I first heard about laptops not having the disk drive. You can plug it in here, an external one, which is nice. Because I guess if your disk drive ends up going, with how electronics are these days, meant to last 2 years and croak. You can just replace that rather than replace this entire thing. This, I don't know how customizable it is. The specs, it's really hard to kind of see the specs. You have to see everything you've downloaded and kind of crunch up the numbers. I think it's a 32 gigabyte hard drive. It's not actually not a hard drive. It's a flash drive. So it's basically like a, not oversimplified. It's kind of like a big flash drive. It's flash memory. So 32 gigabytes. It's really fast, but it's not stored on like a disk like a hard drive is. If you've ever taken out a hard drive from a computer, it's like an actual disk in a box. But so it's pretty fast. Really simple. Little computer for you to do Zoom, and if you want to if you have relatives you want to get be able to, so they can have access to their email, they can do simple web surfing, check out all the weird videos that your kids want them to watch. They can also video chat with you too. They can take it anywhere, you can do that, or even you too, if you don't want like a gaming PC, you just want to be able to just communicate with people, this would be great. But definitely really cool little tool for kids now. Makes them feel like they're like college kids now. They have like their own laptop. They have, the teacher will be, we're gonna end now, meet back at 12:30 after lunch, and so they have to keep track of time and everything. Kind of weird. But yeah, definitely. So yeah, everything's new, everything's weird right now. But definitely, again, recommending customizing it, make it feel more homey, make it feel more personalized, more more them, so that if you can also plug in a memory card in here from a camera or a flash drive, upload pictures of their dogs or cats or whatever, and then you can put that as a background too, and play around, explore it yourself too. Again, if you have any questions, just leave a comment. Yeah, so I hope this helps. Hope everything's going good if your child is in online schooling. Everything goes well. I hope everything, hopefully we'll, get out of this well. But at least, if anything, it's a unique experience we're going through. Definitely going to learn about a history book. So, hey, your kid can talk up to their kid about a moment in history books, I guess. Show them the laptop they use, maybe, or at least some video of them back when they were in whatever grade during this time. So, but again, yeah, thank you for watching. Definitely, if you have any other recommendations, if you want me to do another video on just using Chrome, just using Google Docs, or anything else, or troubleshooting, let me know. I can respond in the comments or do another video on that. But hope everything goes well. Bye.